Welcome to another mini episode of the YGC Collective. I am one of your hosts, 𝗙𝗲𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁 with my co-host,
𝗦𝗽𝗲𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁.
We're so excited to be here today, bringing you another speaker from the YGC Collective. We love everybody that's participating, but this one's one of our favorites because not only is she not in Texas, she is coming in from New York. If you've been with us, seen us, gone to retreats, done events with us, she is literally like a VIP guest speaker, and we're happy to have her again. It's Julie Ciardi. She is the founder, CEO of 𝗙𝗲𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁. And she's going to talk a little bit today, just a little bit, about what she's speaking at the collective. And the reason Yvette and I are doing the mini podcast is so that you can get your homework done before you join us. As you know, the collective is a strong leaders, strong speakers, and they're not going to have time to talk about themselves. It's about giving you the nuggets, the gems, showing up, asking questions that you need answers, and then obviously getting to know the speakers and sponsors before you get there so that you know exactly how to fill your cup. Whew. Did I miss anything there before we read it?
No, other than in my head, I don't know why I'm thinking this. And I know some people are like, oh my gosh, really? Leadership development is her thing. And the mantle that she has already built, that she's on the platform, is beyond what all of us can even comprehend. So I am so thrilled and actually just honored that the women that are going to attend, to be in this space and to be surrounded by just her wisdom and her words is going to be phenomenal. So without further ado, I think we should bring her on.
Hello.
Welcome. How are you?
So excited to be here. Oh my goodness. I adore the two of you as well and love what you're doing. And I am so thrilled to be coming back to Texas in August. And every event you guys put on is phenomenal. So I can't wait to be a part of it. Thank you for inviting me.
Well, thank you again for joining us. I feel like you have your own little tribe out here, and we get to commingle with your clients, our clients, and just our community in general who, you know, doesn't get to see you in person. They get to see you online, and it's a treat. It's always a treat to be able to just be in a space with you, talk to you. Like Yvette said, just share your words of wisdom. So why don't you let our audience know a little bit about what you're going to be bringing to the table at the collective?
Yes. Well, I love talking about leadership, but what I love talking about when it comes to leadership is leading ourselves. And that when we lead ourselves, we actually can then and only then become a leader for other people. And so I really believe in my heart and my soul that each of us has a calling. That calling can be very different from the person next to you, right? It's like we all have this different calling. I like to call it your perfect self-expression. Some people have heard me call it your divine design. Like you're here for a reason. You're here for a reason. There's work to be done that only you can do. That only you can do. But the only way that we can answer the call to do the work is we have to be in the right alignment, the right frequency, and the right energy. We have to do the work. You know, we hear about personal development and, you know, doing the work on yourself, but really it's everything. You have to go first in order to answer your calling to the fullest potential of why you're here. You've got to learn how to lead yourself. Much of that comes to how to make decisions. You know, I used to, as you know, work with Bob Proctor. Such a huge fan. I just love him. I feel like he still guides me in so many ways, even though he's no longer on the planet. I feel his energy often. I talk about him all the time. And he said something that I think everyone needs to hear. And that is that our life is just a series of the decisions that we've made. So every decision that we make, big, small, but every day we're making decisions, big ones, little ones, that is how our life unfolds. And so in order for us to be effective leaders, to answer the call of what we were called, divinely called here to do, we've got to learn how to make decisions from the inside out, making sure that we're really making decisions that are most in alignment for ourselves versus what we think others think we should do, what the online marketing gurus tell us we should do, right? What our mom or our dad or what society or whatever it may be. And so the more self-empowered a woman can become to tap into her divine design, the more she's going to be able to answer that call and show up and be the leader that she was meant to be. We're all very different. Being the leader she was meant to be in this world. And that's a little hint of what we're going to be talking about.
So good. And you know what, Julie, for those that are going to get to hear you, I think what I so enjoy about what you share, especially when you get going and your slides and you're very precise. You speak in a way that, because sometimes people can share thoughts that they're not comprehensible, or you just go, what do you mean by that, right? But your teaching brings it down in such a tangible way, but you speak to the hearts of women. You understand, you get it, you've gone through it, but your teaching is everyone that we've ever known that's ever listened to you just goes, what just happened to me right now? Because it's the more, but it's the more with the practical that we all so desire so much to just be better versions of ourselves. So that's what makes me really excited.
Thank you for that recognition. And I will say what's been fascinating in learning more and more about myself, and that's what I want these women, every woman, coming to be able to walk away with, is the better you can understand those gifts and your zone of genius, the more effective you can be. So I can remember when I started to understand myself better, actually that is in my divine design, that I have this gift of being able to take very complicated things and bring them down and distill them into a simple way that people can really, almost from a practical standpoint, be able to latch onto and go, okay, I get it. And also, as you guys know, I'm a big fan and teacher of human design. Inside of my human design, I have a strength, if you will, that the sound of my voice can help to transform people. I don't know.
Oh,
It's not anything I do.
Yes.
It's actually in my design. And
Yes.
so I didn't know that, but I always had this inner knowing of I like to speak more than I like to write. I don't want to write emails. I want to do a podcast, right? I don't want to write a whole blog post or whatever. I want to just speak what's on my heart. So I always knew innately that's what I meant to do, but I didn't realize that it's actually part of my human design is that the frequency of my voice can transform people. And that is thank you, God, thank you, divine. Thank you for that opportunity. Right. So I hold it very in a very sacred way. But guess what? I didn't know that about myself until I started to understand myself at a deeper level. And then, my friends, all you women listening, I want you to come to this event. And here's why. Because how do I put this? We do not own our gifts and genius. We don't want to be too much. We don't want to seem like we're bragging. We don't want to see, right? But the world is waiting for you to own your gifts. I will tell you that 2-3 years ago, I would have felt awkward saying, yes, I'm a genius at taking complicated things and making them simple so people get them. Oh, and I have a voice that can transform people and just by the frequency. I would have been like, who do you think you are saying things like that? Right? But actually, that I own it now, right? Believe me, there are plenty of things that are not my zone of genius at all, details and operations and all those kinds of things. But when you know what your genius is, when you can own it, when you know what you're being called to, and you step into that leadership of what your lane is, it's magical.
Oh, so excited. I'm excited for everyone watching now, listening, people who are debating where to attend. It's leadership development in a different way. It's not what you typically think. And when Yvette and I put together the speaker lineup, the sponsor lineup, the intentionality, the purpose, leaving with the nuggets, but also the simple ways of making that part of your daily life. I feel like right now you literally just gave that all to us. So if you're watching today and you're not sure, if you weren't sure before if leadership development was your cup of tea, Julie, we thank you for just really coming on, giving us your blessings, your gifts, because you're being able to share that with the world. We've been able to see your journey and your growth and your fruition, and just having you here again in Texas and being able to give those gifts to other people is exactly what we needed. So thank you for being on today.
Thank you so much. And I cannot wait. I can't wait to see so many of you amazing women in August.
Wonderful. Well, we're going to take you off stage and close this one out. We will see you so soon. Thank you for being here.
Yay. Oh my God. I mean, to me, that is just like the quintessential. If you were listening to that and she left you going, wait, what more? Keep going. That's because you're being called to come to the collective, because I promise you, it's like drips of honey, and you're just going to stand there with your cup going, okay, okay, okay. And not only that, you get to interact with Julie. You get to ask questions, which we love. Please come prepared with questions. Before you even get to the conversation, like Gia always says, stalk the speakers and the sponsors so you know who you're listening to. It just edifies and magnifies your time when you're there in a whole different way. So love it.
I know you guys know, if you've been to our events before, like we give, but like Yvette and I are actually just hosting and allowing all of our speakers to give. So go follow Julie Ciardi now. She's got tools, resources, podcasts that you can be listening to beforehand. And then you can also, like we said before with all of our other speakers, you don't have to wait to just get to know them, jump on a call with them. They all have amazing ways to connect. So wherever you're watching and listening, we have all of her links there. We thank you again for watching one of our many episodes, and we'll be back again next week with another speaker sponsor, Lena. Bye.